In the distant reaches of the Andromeda Galaxy, where the shimmering arms of 100 billion stars weave tales of cosmic wonder, lies the frontier world of Viridian Prime. This planet, nestled within the swirling mists of the Nebula Belt, was a beacon of hope and opportunity for those daring enough to venture beyond known space. Viridian Prime was not just another colony. It was a melting pot of species from across the galaxy. Humans, with their pioneering spirit, had joined forces with the enigmatic Seltherans, masters of quantum engineering, and the reptilian Dracorians, fierce warriors with a code of honor older than stars themselves. The planetary capital, Nova City, gleamed like a jewel under the glow of Viridian's 3 moons. Skybridges arched between towering crystalline spires, bustling with traders, diplomats, and adventurers from 1,000 worlds. Hovercraft zipped through the neon-lit streets, carrying cargo from the orbital docks to the sprawling markets below. But Viridian Prime was not without its secrets. Deep beneath the planet's surface lay ancient ruins, remnants of a civilization long extinct. The ruins held artifacts of immense power, artifacts that whispered of technologies beyond comprehension and mysteries waiting to be unraveled. Among the inhabitants of Viridian Prime was Captain Alara Voss, a seasoned explorer with a ship of her own, the Starfire. With her loyal crew, the stoic Seltheran engineer Core, the quick-witted human pilot Jace, and the enigmatic Dracorian warrior Vex, Alara sought out the lost histories of the galaxy. They had uncovered artifacts that defied the laws of physics, encountered rogue AI constructs guarding forgotten star systems, and negotiated treaties between warring factions on distant moons. Their adventures had drawn the attention of the conglomerate, a shadowy alliance of corporations and governments vying for control over Viridian Prime and its resources. Led by the ruthless CEO Lyra Kale, the conglomerate sought to exploit the ancient technologies for profit and power, regardless of the cost. As tensions mounted and alliances were tested, Captain Alara Voss and her crew found themselves at the heart of a galactic struggle. They faced enemies both known and unknown, from mercenaries hired by the conglomerate to ancient guardians awakened by their discoveries. But amidst the chaos, a greater threat loomed on the horizon. A cosmic anomaly, known only as the Void Storm, had begun to consume star systems on the outer rim of the galaxy. Its dark tendrils stretched across space, swallowing everything in its path. Now, as the fate of Viridian Prime hung in the balance, Captain Alara Voss and her crew must unravel the mysteries of the ancient ruins, forge unlikely alliances, and confront their own pasts to confront the Void Storm before it consumes everything they hold dear. In the swirling expanse of the Andromeda Galaxy, where the boundaries of science and imagination blur, the saga of Viridian Prime unfolds, a tale of courage, discovery, and the enduring spirit of exploration in the face of the unknown. As the Void Storm's ominous presence loomed closer to Viridian Prime, Captain Alara Voss convened an emergency council with leaders from the Seltherans, the Dracorians, and the human colonies. In the grand assembly hall of Nova City, beneath the shimmering dome that projected a starlit sky, tensions ran high among the diverse delegates. "We cannot ignore the threat any longer," Alara addressed the council, her voice firm yet tinged with urgency. "The Void Storm has already devoured 3 star systems. If we don't act swiftly, Viridian Prime could be next." Lyra Kale, the ambitious CEO of the conglomerate, stood at the opposite end of the hall, her gaze calculating as she weighed her options. "Perhaps this storm is a natural phenomenon," she suggested smoothly, "something we can weather with proper defenses and strategic retreats." Core, the Seltheran engineer, rose from his seat, his bioluminescent markings pulsing with determination. "I have analyzed the storm's energy signatures," he declared. "It is no natural phenomenon. It emanates from a source of immense power, possibly tied to the ancient ruins deep within Viridian's crust." Vex, the Dracorian warrior, slammed a clawed fist onto the council table, his reptilian eyes narrowed. "Then we must destroy this source before it engulfs us all," he growled, his voice reverberating through the hall. Jace, the human pilot and Alara's closest ally, stepped forward, his demeanor calm yet resolute. "We need a plan," he stated firmly. "Our best chance lies in uncovering the secrets of the ruins and harnessing their technology against the storm." The council chamber erupted into a cacophony of arguments and proposals, each faction advocating for their own survival. Amidst the chaos, Alara glanced out of the transparent dome, where the distant swirl of the Nebula Belt cast an ethereal glow over the city. "I propose a coalition," Alara announced, her voice cutting through the noise. "A united effort to explore the ruins, understand their purpose, and find a way to neutralize the void storm." Surprisingly, the leaders began to nod in agreement. In the face of a common threat, old rivalries and distrusts momentarily set aside. The council forged a tentative alliance, pooling resources, expertise, and manpower to delve into the depths of Viridian Prime. Days turned into weeks as Alara's crew and their newfound allies navigated the treacherous tunnels and caverns beneath the planet's surface. Ancient hieroglyphs illuminated by Core's scientific instruments revealed tantalizing clues about the civilization that once thrived there. A civilization that had harnessed the power of stars themselves. In the heart of the ruins, they uncovered a dormant artifact, a colossal crystalline structure pulsating with energy. As they studied it, they realized it was a cosmic anchor, designed to stabilize and regulate the flow of energy between galaxies. Somehow, the artifact had malfunctioned, triggering the void storm as it attempted to correct itself. With the combined knowledge of the Seltherans, the engineering prowess of Core, and the strategic insights of Vex, they devised a plan. They would reconfigure the artifact, using the ancient protocols inscribed on the walls, to reverse the void storm's destructive course. As Lyra Kale's agents attempted to sabotage their efforts, a fierce battle ensued within the depths of the ruins. Alara and her crew fought alongside their allies, pushing back against the conglomerate's mercenaries with determination fueled by their shared purpose. In a climactic moment, with the void storm looming ever closer, Core activated the reconfigured artifact. The crystalline structure hummed to life, emitting a brilliant cascade of light that rippled through the tunnels and up to the surface. Above ground, the citizens of Nova City watched in awe as the dark tendrils of the void storm began to dissipate, retreating back into the depths of space. The crisis had been averted, thanks to the bravery and cooperation of those who had once been adversaries. As peace settled over Viridian Prime once more, Alara Voss and her crew stood on the edge of the city, gazing up at the starlit sky. The ruins had been sealed once more, their secrets guarded against those who sought to exploit them for power. But the echoes of their adventure lingered, a testament to the strength of unity and the unyielding spirit of exploration that bound them together in the vast expanse of the Andromeda Galaxy. In the aftermath of the crisis averted by the Alliance on Viridian Prime, a fragile peace settled over the bustling planet. The council that had formed in response to the void storm remained intact, fostering cooperation and trade among the diverse species that called the planet home. Captain Alara Voss and her crew found themselves hailed as heroes, their exploits celebrated in the streets of Nova City and beyond. Yet, amidst the revelry and newfound unity, tensions simmered beneath the surface. Lyra Kale, thwarted in her bid for control over the ancient ruins and their technology, retreated to the shadows, nursing her ambitions for another day. The conglomerate, though momentarily weakened, continued to exert influence through economic means and political maneuvering. For Alara and her crew, the journey was far from over. The discovery of the ancient artifact and the revelation of its potential had ignited a spark of curiosity within them. They had glimpsed the vast potential of ancient technologies and the responsibility that came with wielding such power. As they prepared to depart Viridian Prime aboard the Starfire, Alara gathered her crew for a solemn moment of reflection. "We've faced many challenges together," she began, her voice carrying the weight of their shared experiences. "But there are still mysteries out there waiting to be unraveled, worlds waiting to be explored." Core, ever the scientist, nodded thoughtfully. "The ruins of Viridian were just the beginning," he mused, his bioluminescent markings glowing softly in the dim light of the ship's bridge. "There are countless civilizations, each with their own stories to tell." Jace, the pilot whose skills had navigated them through countless dangers, cracked a grin. "I don't know about you all, but I'm itching for another adventure," he declared, his enthusiasm infectious. Vex, the Dracorian warrior whose loyalty had never wavered, clasped his hands on his armored chest. "Wherever the stars lead us," he intoned, his voice deep and resonant. And so, with the hum of the Starfire's engines beneath their feet and the boundless expanse of the Andromeda Galaxy stretching out before them, Captain Alara Voss and her crew set course for new horizons. They would face challenges yet unseen, forge alliances with strange new species, and confront the shadows of their own pasts. But through it all, they would carry with them the lessons learned on Viridian Prime. The power of unity in the face of adversity, the boundless potential of discovery, and the enduring spirit of exploration that bound them together as they sailed among the stars. As the Starfire cruised through the depths of space, Captain Alara Voss and her crew encountered a myriad of worlds, each with its own wonders and challenges. From the glittering crystalline cities of the Seltheran homeworld to the rugged frontier settlements on the outskirts of human-controlled space, they navigated a tapestry of cultures and landscapes. Their reputation as seasoned explorers and problem-solvers grew with each mission they undertook. They negotiated peace treaties between feuding factions on a desert planet plagued by sandstorms that swallowed whole cities. They delved into the depths of a gas giant to rescue stranded researchers studying exotic forms of life. And they uncovered lost archives on a moon orbiting a dying star, shedding light on ancient conflicts that shaped entire civilizations. Through it all, Captain Alara Voss remained a steady hand at the helm, her leadership tempered by empathy and a deep respect for the diversity of the galaxy. Kor continued to unravel the mysteries of ancient technologies, often disappearing into his workshop for days on end, emerging with breakthroughs that astonished even the Seltheran Council. Jace's piloting skills were put to the test time and again, navigating asteroid fields, evading pirate ambushes, and executing daring maneuvers through hostile territories. His quick wit and resourcefulness earned him a reputation as the Starfire's ace in the hole. Vex, ever vigilant, honed his combat prowess further, adapting his strategies to the unique challenges presented by each new encounter. His unwavering loyalty to Alara and the crew remained a steadfast pillar of their camaraderie. As they journeyed deeper into the unknown, they encountered remnants of the Void Storm's aftermath, a fractured alliance of planets struggling to rebuild, displaced populations seeking refuge, and rumors of dark forces exploiting the chaos for their own gain. It was during one such mission to a war-torn system on the edge of known space that they stumbled upon a distress signal emanating from a remote outpost. The outpost, a research facility nestled on a moon orbiting a gas giant, had been conducting experiments on subspace anomalies when disaster struck. Upon arrival, the crew discovered the outpost in ruins, its corridors echoing with the remnants of a desperate struggle. Survivors, huddled in makeshift shelters, spoke of a catastrophic experiment gone awry, an attempt to harness the energy of subspace for unlimited power. Among the survivors was Dr. Erica Lysander, a brilliant physicist whose theories had pushed the boundaries of subspace manipulation. Haunted by guilt over the disaster she had inadvertently unleashed, Dr. Lysander pleaded with Alara and her crew to help contain the subspace rift threatening to tear the moon apart. With time running out and the rift destabilizing, Alara and her crew embarked on a perilous mission to recalibrate the outpost's experimental equipment. They faced deadly gravitational anomalies, temporal distortions that warped their perceptions of time, and hostile entities that seemed to materialize from the subspace rift itself. Through sheer determination and the combined expertise of Kor, Jace, and Vex, they managed to stabilize the rift just as it threatened to engulf the moon. The energy released in the process surged through the Starfire, leaving the ship's systems momentarily overwhelmed but ultimately intact. As they bid farewell to Dr. Lysander and the survivors, gratitude and hope filled the air. The crew of the Starfire had once again averted disaster, their bond stronger than ever in the face of adversity. Yet, as they resumed their journey among the stars, Captain Alara Voss couldn't shake the feeling that they had only scratched the surface of a much larger mystery, an interconnected web of ancient technologies, cosmic anomalies, and dark forces converging on the horizon. Little did they know, their next adventure would lead them to the heart of a conspiracy spanning galaxies, threatening not only their own existence but the fragile peace they had fought so hard to uphold. As the Starfire charted its course through the swirling currents of space, Captain Alara Voss couldn't shake the sense that they were being drawn into something larger than any of them had anticipated. News of their exploits had spread far and wide across the galaxy, attracting attention both benign and malignant. In the corridors of power, whispers of the Starfire and its crew reached the ears of those who lurked in the shadows. The Syndicate, a clandestine network of influential figures whose ambitions transcended mere wealth and power. Led by a mysterious figure known only as the Broker, the Syndicate operated beyond the scrutiny of governments and alliances, manipulating events to their advantage. Meanwhile, on the distant world of Arcadia Prime, rumors circulated among the populace of strange occurrences, unexplained disappearances, sightings of shadowy figures in the dead of night, and whispers of a hidden facility conducting forbidden experiments. It was on Arcadia Prime that Alara and her crew found themselves drawn. Responding to a distress signal from a former colleague of Dr. Erica Lysander, Professor Marcus Thorne, a renowned archaeologist and expert on ancient civilizations, had uncovered evidence of a lost civilization deep within the planet's labyrinthine catacombs. Upon their arrival, however, they found the planet gripped by fear and paranoia. The once vibrant cities had become ghost towns, their inhabitants cowering behind locked doors. The Syndicate's influence was palpable, its agents lurking in the shadows, watching their every move. Undeterred, Alara and her crew delved into the catacombs beneath Arcadia Prime, guided by Professor Thorne's research into the enigmatic civilization known as the Anathari. Ancient hieroglyphs adorned the walls, depicting a technologically advanced society that had mastered the manipulation of cosmic energies. Their exploration led them to a hidden chamber deep underground, where they uncovered a dormant artifact, an Anathari relic of immense power, pulsating with energy that resonated through the very fabric of space-time. Before they could study the artifact further, they were ambushed by Syndicate operatives intent on seizing the relic for themselves. A fierce battle erupted in the subterranean depths, echoing with the clash of blaster fire and the resounding impact of Vex's warcry. In the chaos, Alara managed to activate the artifact, unleashing a surge of energy that incapacitated their attackers and opened a rift in space-time. Through the rift, they glimpsed a fleeting vision, a sprawling city bathed in ethereal light, hovering above a world of shimmering crystal. As quickly as it had appeared, the rift closed, leaving the crew of the Starfire stunned and bewildered. The artifact, now fully activated, hummed with newfound power, its purpose and origins shrouded in mystery. With the Syndicate defeated, at least for the moment, Alara and her crew made a difficult decision: to leave the artifact in the hands of Professor Thorne and his team for safekeeping. The implications of its power were too great to risk falling into the wrong hands, even if it meant leaving behind potential answers to their questions. As they departed Arcadia Prime, their thoughts turned to the vision they had witnessed, a tantalizing glimpse of a lost civilization and the secrets it held. The mysteries of the Anathari, the machinations of the Syndicate, and the ever-present shadow of the Broker loomed large in their minds. But one thing was certain: whatever lay ahead for Captain Alara Voss and her crew, they would face it together, united by their unwavering resolve and the unyielding spirit of exploration that drove them to the farthest reaches of the galaxy. As the Starfire left Arcadia Prime behind, the crew carried with them a sense of unease mixed with anticipation. The vision of the Anathari city and the power of the artifact lingered in their thoughts, sparking heated discussions in the ship's common area during their journey through the quiet expanse of space. Captain Alara Voss stood at the ship's viewport, her gaze fixed on the stars streaking past. She knew they had only scratched the surface of a vast mystery, one that intertwined ancient civilizations, powerful artifacts, and the shadowy machinations of the Syndicate. "We can't ignore what we've seen," Alara remarked, breaking the silence that had settled over the crew. "The Anathari, their technology, it's unlike anything we've encountered before." Kor, deep in thought as he pored over his data terminals, nodded in agreement. "The artifact is a key," he mused, his voice filled with scholarly curiosity. "A key that could unlock the secrets of the Anathari civilization and perhaps even the origins of the cosmic energies we've encountered." Jace, leaning against the bulkhead with his arms crossed, chimed in with a grin. "Sounds like another adventure waiting to happen," he quipped, his trademark optimism cutting through the seriousness of their discussion. Vex, his presence as imposing as ever, stood quietly in the background, his gaze fixed on the artifact secured in the ship's cargo hold. "We must tread carefully," he warned, his voice resonant with caution. "The Syndicate will not rest until they reclaim what they've lost." Alara nodded thoughtfully, her mind already racing with plans and contingencies. "Agreed," she replied firmly. "We'll need allies, information, and a strategy. This isn't just about exploration anymore. It's about safeguarding the galaxy from those who would exploit its mysteries for power." And so, as the Starfire hurtled through the starlit expanse, Captain Alara Voss and her crew embarked on their next chapter. They sought out ancient archives on forgotten worlds, forged alliances with rebel factions fighting against Syndicate oppression, and delved deeper into the lore of the Anathari. Their journey was fraught with peril, encounters with rogue AI constructs guarding long-abandoned star systems, diplomatic negotiations with enigmatic alien species, and daring heists to retrieve vital information from Syndicate-controlled installations. Through it all, their bond grew stronger, their resolve unwavering. They confronted their own fears and doubts, faced betrayal and treachery, and emerged stronger for it. In the end, they stood united against the Syndicate and the broker's schemes, unraveling the mystery of the Anathari artifact and using its power to forge a new era of cooperation and understanding among the galaxies. As they looked out upon the stars from the deck of the Starfire, Captain Alara Voss and her crew knew that their journey was far from over. The universe was vast and teeming with secrets yet to be discovered, but they faced the future with hope, courage, and the enduring spirit of exploration that bound them together as they sailed among the stars.